Friends, over the weekend, images were leaked from the new Star Wars film that we'll be finding later this year in movie theaters. So I thought what would be a great idea, what would be a fun thing to do, is look at these 16 different characters that have been released and judge them, rank them, because after all, there's different levels of Star Wars fans. There's people that go see the movie on opening day. There's people that go see the movie, read all the books, get the tattoo, and then there's people that think of Star Wars as a religion. I'm in the first category. I like Star Wars. I enjoy it. I go see all the films on opening day. Saw the original with my mom at the drive-in when I was a kid. Have loved it my whole life. It's not a religion, but it's something that I enjoy, and I really, really like the design, the imagination of it all. So today, on the Adventures in Design live stream, what do you say we look at the character design and costume design of 16 leaked images of concept art and production photos that made their way to the internets? What do you say we get started with today's live? Number 16, Dominic Monaghan as Resistance Officer. To me, this will always be not Penny's boat. I like that he's joining the Star Wars universe, although I think this costume is very, dare I say, Rick Grimes, Boy Scout in space. Not the most imaginative costume that I've ever seen, but is on brand with what we know with the Star Wars universe. Let's move on to number 15. Number 15, Young Moncall. Now, we can see that he actually has the color swatches on his chest to get the cameras all dialed in to get all of our color correction absolutely correct. This particular character, if you're a hardcore Star Wars fan, you know what this alien race is called. I do not. I just know that he's a cousin to It's a Trap guy. I believe his name is General Akbar. That sounds like a good guess. I do know that because my stepmom was cheap, one year for Christmas, the only costumes that were left were the discount General Akbar costumes. So the next year I had to go as him for Halloween. I was completely sad because he's not a cool character, but very quotable. Tip for you, when you go to Disneyland, when you ride the Star Tours, look up to your upper left. You will see him and some of his homies pushing knobs and dials, getting ready to guide you through the space transport. This costume, high neckline, looks military, it looks traditional. Not the most exciting thing I've ever seen. Let's move up our countdown. Here we go. The chip art would make for amazing accessory if you could get that with the action figure. I agree with you, done by Saturday. All right, number 14, new alien. We all know that the aliens in the Star Wars universe are always dependent on their personalities. I've got this alien low on my list out of all the aliens we'll see today because he looks like he might be a bit of a jerk. He doesn't look like a fun guy to hang out with. He seems like he's going to be one of the mischievous aliens and sometimes the one that makes us, I don't know, roll our eyes. So will he be in the Jar Jar Binks camp or will he be in the Yoda camp? I predict the first that I just said. But you see that he has a mustache, he has goggles on his forehead, which makes me think of the pod races, which makes me think of probably the worst part of Star Wars that we've ever been on. It looks like a Greedo type of guy. You think he's, I don't know, Greedo was pretty cool. I still remember the 70s action figures. Greedo was pretty rad, JVP. And by the way, I am broadcasting live. That's who I'm talking to. I'm not crazy if you're watching this on space delay. Number 13, Rey wearing white. Look at this hideous beast. Look at this creature. Look at this monster. I'm just joking, but I am curious. Does wearing white mean the same thing in outer space? Who knows? Who knows? Did Finn not get lucky with Rey? Moving up our countdown. We've seen Rey. This costume is nothing to blow us away. It seems on brand with everything else that we've seen. Number 12, Adventure Poe. Now, Poe is a character that I feel like he needs a little bit more rounding out. We need to find a reason to be invested in him. I do think that this is the best looking version of Poe. We see the leather almost up to the knee boots. I like the military pants. I like the sideways military style belt. I like the cross. What is that? Like a backpack strap satchel. It looks like there's a satchel behind his arm that's on our right. I like the scarf around the neck. He looks very much like a G.I. Joe character. I love G.I. Joe characters. As a kid, I went from Transformers or I'm sorry, I went from Star Wars into G.I. Joe into Transformers. This has a good look to him. I think that he looks rough and rugged. I hope this character that I believe can be a very big and lovable character finally gets his due. Let's move on to number 11. Number 11, new alien, new spiked head, phallic looking alien. He doesn't look like a good time. He doesn't look fun, and he's got very saggy boobs, but he also has a big gut. So kind of this could be my spirit animal. Moving up the charts to our top 10, new droid that will annoy BB-8. It's funny, when I read the description, I said, he does look annoying. His face looks long. He looks like he could be somebody that would just bother you, but I do like that his tire body looks like a sweet, sweet pizza to go. I also do like the idea that they're working more on this center of balance that we've come to understand from the Star Wars universe, where things that seem like they should fall over don't fall over and thrive. We all know that with BB-8 and his circle with a like a cap on top of a circle thing, antic ensue when he spins around and does whatever. So I figure this guy could be another gravity-defying character in the Star Wars universe. Number 9, Resistance Soldier. One of the things that I love most about the Star Wars universe is the military. I like the way that the troops look. I'm a way big fan of all the different rollouts of the Stormtroopers. I think the Stormtroopers probably the best designed character in the history of cinema. The Resistance, they never quite get the same vibe because we all know bad guys always cooler than good guys. But when we look at the Resistance Soldier, I do like this costume. I like the green fatigues. I like the matching gloves. I like sort of the jungle button-up shirt that's underneath. I like that he has an apron on. Maybe this time they're going to be making pizzas. And I do like the desert-style helmet. I like the low slope in the back, good logo on the breast. I feel like that this could be a good Resistance Soldier. Let's move up to number 8. Leaked images from the Star Wars universe this weekend on the internet. Number 8. Did I just do 8? Did I go the wrong way? No, 9, 8. My countdown. My slides are accurate. Number 8, Richard E. Grant as FO officer. Look, this outfit has stood the test of time. It's cool. It's too cool. You got the leather boots. You got the baggy pants in case there's a hammer time breakout. I love the long trench coat with the high neckline. It makes you look vicious. The belt is rad. Just once, I'd love to see these guys take some of those compartments out of their Batman utility belts. What do they keep in those belts? What sort of tools or potions or medication are they on that they keep in those belts? We've never once seen them open the belts. I'm begging you, JJ. Open the belts. Open the belts. This is our last film. We need to know what's in the belts. But what a great, great look. If I had to be an officer, I would like to take this look. I also like the way that these guys' hairline always recede, and I was excited to know when I was a kid that British people are from the space, distance, past, future, past, way back when. Number 7, we are halfway up our charts now. New alien mask. This guy looks friendly. He looks like he could be a cousin to the Hammerhead alien race. He looks friendly. Notice there's a missing nose, eyes very far on the side of his head, but he looks friendly. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that we've seen characters similar to this in early artwork released for Galaxy's Edge that will be at Star Wars Land. Friendly alien. I like the bright yellow eyes, but it's designing an alien is such a hard thing because how far do you take them away from human characteristics? And how do you make them feel human or like a being that we could interact? Like, it must be so difficult to create an alien race. This one, I like. It has a good Star Wars Cantina vibe from New Hope, which was the first movie that made us fall in love with this mess. Number 6, Horned Pilot. I like this guy. He looks creepy. He looks inviting. I like that his horns are turned down. And that probably is a logistical thing because if your horns were turned up, how are you going to fit in the cockpit? Horns down, that probably goes with the bubble of glass that's above you because after all, he's a horned pilot. And the jumpsuit is kind of crazy. That looks like a jumpsuit. If you got to go on a long distance, that jumpsuit might have a built-in poop chute. I do like the collar thing that he has around his neck. making it seem a little bit different. I like that leather thing. It also appears that he has that leather piece that's on his chest. It looks like that might be part of some sort of like a parachute harness type mechanism, because you can see the 3 straps that are going under his arm and down his crotch. It's interesting to look that he has what would be like human boots, but then if you look at the texture of his pants, they sort of have a twist and a turn out. I do like this costume a lot. I like sort of the airbrushing and sort of the dirt and grime that's been put on this guy to make him look like that he is a rugged pilot guy, right? You got that? All right, let's get going. Number 5. We're in our top 5. This is when these characters all get pretty good. Number 5, new alien. This dude, I'm assuming it's a guy. It looks sort of male, but I could be wrong. Who knows? They've been known to bend the genders in the Star Wars galaxy. I think that this suit is great. You have this duster on that feels kind of Western, but meets Asian influence. I love the sort of the chaps that are in, but then you have sort of that pegged pant leg that balloons out on the actual pants they're wearing, the vest that's inside of there, the belt that looks like it could probably harness a pretty sweet weapon, the fact that it's turquoise or sort of like a Tiffany blue, but then covers over to the cream collar. It's great. The head's down. It looks like we've got some sort of leather space cowboy hat on. The staff, always an underestimated but very vicious weapon for those that properly know how to use the staff. I just feel like this could be a really, really cool character. Yeah, it's got a nice samurai vibe. JVP, I believe that you and I are hitting it from the same way. This character looks good. It also looks like it could be from our favorite category of Star Wars characters, which is the bounty hunter breed. We love Star Wars bounty hunters. Dare you give us more? Give us more bounty hunters. So I thought that this one was really great. That's why I put it at number 5. Let's get into our top 4, shall we? Number 4, possibly the coolest guy to ever go into space, Sweet Billy D. Williams as Old Lando. Old Lando, same classic vibe. You got the cape. You got what looks to be like a Star Trek shirt, which is kind of a diss. Like, yo, Star Trek, we could wear your shirts, but we're still way cooler than your space story. I like the leather strap over the shoulder. I do like that his collar is popped and that it's black, only making the black and yellow that much more vicious. The cape looks cool. It'll be neat to see old Lando, but sad to see him without Leia or Han to be buds with. Oh, old Lando. Yes, David Gallo, I'm curious why they did categorize him as old Lando, but I'm just going with the information that was leaked. A lot of people made a lot of sacrifices to get us this information. Let their names not be forgotten. Let's get up to our top 3, shall we? Number 3, hooded and repaired Kylo Ren helmet. Okay, Kylo Ren, I think, is probably the most successful newly designed character. I dare you to argue with me below, but if you agree with me, make sure you hit the like button. But if you disagree with me, hit the like button too. Okay, I love Kylo Ren. I think it's a great character. I was bummed out with how much non-helmet time that we saw. Now, Adam Driver's a fantastic actor. I believe his work in this film and Black Klansman is fantastic. That being said, I would love to see more helmet time. This view of the helmet where it's been repaired from the fighting and you can see that it's been sort of welded together, I think it looks fantastic. Please, Kylo, give me more helmet time. Not to say that I don't enjoy the non-helmet time, but I want to see more helmeted Kylo because I think that it's one of the best of the new wave of Star Wars films, and it's a character that's got staying power. Let's get up to our top 2, shall we? Are you having fun? If you're having fun, please hit the like button, tell a friend, subscribe to the channel. Number 2, new alien costumes. Now, these alien costumes, at first I was like, they kind of look like those guys that were on the very first movie, but was really the fourth movie. You know, the guys that kind of look like marine animal, kind of look like fish, but then also kind of sounded Asian, which then made you think, am I looking at a completely racist character? It kind of has their robes, dare I say, a Queen Amidala type vibe, but this mask that they have on these characters, if that is the silhouette, I like that. People over on the live chat are speculating, could this be the new Star Wars band? If so, I predict gold records. Next year at the Grammys, these guys will take it all home. Or women, who knows? We don't know their gender, and I don't want to gender shame the Star Wars universe. We have made our way from 16 all the way up to number 2. Folks, are you ready to jump in for the character that I was most excited about when this artwork leaked on the internet over the weekend? Well, before I do that, let me tell you, if you leave a comment below, you win a free pen. I'm sending out this free Key to Life pen. This pen, on the back of it, has very important data that will open up all the secrets to the Star Wars universe. The only way to get it is to comment. Actually, when you get this key, you can put it into a special lock, which will give you a premiere of the movie. That's right. You can have Star Wars Episode 9 before all your friends, before it's even done, because this key opens it up. Just comment below to win the key. Congratulations, done by Saturday. Thank you for watching the channel. Thank you for being interactive with the channel. I appreciate it. What do you say we get into our number one, new alien concept art? This guy looks fantastic. He looks very, very cool. He looks like he could be from the bounty hunter breed, which, as I said earlier, I love. You see a sort of a utility belt. You see levels of black leather. I love black on black. It looks like that's happening here. We see a staff over the shoulder. There's gold around the waistline, maybe some sort of weaponry. And then we see some spikes maybe, or different pouches all over his shoulders. This guy's got tools because he's got a mission and he's going to do it. He's going to do it great. The face is very creepy, very scary. I don't know who he is, where he's coming from, but I know that I already like him. And dare I say, I know it's early to say this, but I remember when we saw the early images of Boba Fett as a kid, you wanted to know more. This guy right here, new alien, makes me want to look more. If this character really is a cook, I'm going to be so bummed out that he's a space cook. But I think that this one right here looks absolutely fantastic. He looks great. Looks like Jack Skellington, bounty hunter. Okay, now you guys are making Nightmare Before Christmas jokes on my Star Wars thread, and that's not what I had in mind. Why don't you participate with me? Friends, thank you so much for hanging out, watching this live with me. I hope you enjoyed seeing all 16 of these new characters that will be in the film that comes out this fall. This was a lot of fun. I hope to see you here tomorrow when I bring something else to you. Can't wait to see this guy in the movies. Don't forget, comment below to win the free pen. Free pen gets you a free copy of the new movie. It opens it all up. This is absolutely not false advertisement. I guarantee you everything that I'm saying is absolutely 100%